Alright, it's time to say goodbye to the BCs. Just kidding, we're not getting rid of them. Hi, Internet. Today, we're installing drag radials on the S6. If you missed the unboxing, we have these fine Johnsons from TSW alloy wheels. These are the Neptunes. The fronts are 20s and the rears look a little bit smaller. That's because those are actually 18s. They're 20 by 9, 35 offset in the front, and 18 by 9.5, 38 offset, I believe, in the rear. The rears are a little bit more deep, but that's because out here we have these for the front, the Nitto NT555R2 drag radials. These are 275 35/20, and then in the rear we got some big old sidewall Mickey Thompsons. These are 275 45/18. The reason being, if you go up 2 inches in tire size and you go down 10% in aspect ratio, or two 5% bumps down, they're actually the same rolling diameter. So we can run 18s out back, 20s in the front. This is the only drag radial combination that I could find that actually worked for the S6 setup, clearing the front brakes. We need 20s up front. So 275 45/18, 275 35/20. This is a little bit overkill for the power level that I'm at right now, but can't hurt. And then as we go hybrid turbos and do all that fun stuff, having the drag radials in our back pocket definitely will be a benefit there. So I'm really excited to get them on, see what they look like. I've been waiting 2 months. The Mickey Thompsons were way back ordered. So everything is finally here. We'll get them on, we'll go for a little drive, we'll get some glamour shots, do all that fun stuff. Well, as you can see behind me, we now have the wheels on. Billy did an awesome job mounting, balancing them. We just ran out of time. It took about an extra week because we needed to order some valve stems, we needed to order some wheel weights, all that fun stuff. But the wheels are finally on, and we are actually en route to the drag strip right now. I just drove out here. I'm meeting my buddy Fernando here. We're actually gonna trailer the S6 from here to the drag strip because I'm worried I'm gonna snap an axle. And Fernando said, it's okay, you just use my trailer, and if it breaks, then we'll just put it back on the trailer and drop it off, probably with Billy to swap the axle out. But I'm hoping we don't snap an axle. We'll drive home on our own. I got the BCs in the back, but I've been putting some street miles on the slick. So here's what she looks like. Alright, so we're at the track now. My man Fernando hooked it up with a tow in the Q8. I'm very thankful for that because we just drove through a storm and the drag radials would not be very great on that. Alright, here comes the VIP treatment. First pass of the night. Billy told me to take it easy. I'm going to sit it on the launch control and send it. We're at 29 PSI in the front and 25 in the rear. I'm going to go around the burnout box, I'm going to give it a launch, and then I'm going to send it. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Come on, let's go. .1108 says draggy. We ran 11.074, 163 60 foot. I'm pretty sure I was running a 168 before, but we're robbed some mile an hour by the heavy tire. We're only trapping 104 or 124. We should be trapping 125. So I'm gonna hot lap it. She hooked up way better on that pass. Come on, let's go. Please, please, my first ever 10, please. I didn't look at the draggy. I haven't looked at anything. Fernando messaged me immediately after the pass, but the first time he messaged me so close. I don't know, it hooked up. It actually shifted properly instead of short shifting first, which is what it does if it spins. Please, come on. Please, 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 please. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Come on. 11.1 at 123. It went the same 60 foot even though it hooked up. Okay, alright, she might be a little bit hot. We're gonna have to drop the tire pressure down. Ah! Getting teased. It's literally been 3 hours since we last ran. Lots of cars have blown up. I'm running on the slicks, so we're at 25 PSI in the front, 18 in the back. If it doesn't hook up, I'm gonna switch to the street tire and see if we can't get the mile an hour out of it instead. Alright, please hook up. We hooked up. No, girl, my foot is pressed so hard into the floor. Oh, please! We hooked up and everything! Nice. So I don't think traction was the issue, although I am very thankful we had the slicks. My GoPro died, but I made one more pass on street tires. We ran a 163, a 164, a 160, and then a 176 on the street tires. So yeah, we ran 11.3 at 123, a little bit more mile an hour than the pass I made before that, like I said, because the street tires are lighter. But this was the best pass of the night. The first pass of the night, you can see we went 11.0, 124, 163, 60 foot, 711 to the 8th at almost 100 miles an hour. And I'm really happy with that. Also, just for reference, here's the 11.1 at 123.8, and then the 11.1 at 122.8. Better 60 foot on this run. That's why they're similar times. The most interesting thing here is if we go and look at the quarter mile runs. The thing to note here is you can see the G's actually ramp in at the beginning of the draggy chart. That's because the car's not building boost on launch control, so it takes a second. Whereas in an RS7 or an S8, you'd be brake torquing, so you're preloading the axle and the suspension. I think that's what snaps them. Although, I don't know, down the road, when I have bigger turbos or whatever, it may do me in. And then here's the street tire run. You can tell there's a difference. We're barely pulling over 1 G, whereas on all of these runs, we're close to 1.5 Gs. So the slicks definitely make a difference out of the whole. A little more mile an hour out of the street tire because they're lighter, but overall I'm really happy. And for that 11.08, the DA was 775 feet. This is an old pass from the street on street tires. The DA was negative 294, we went 11.09. This one we went 11.08, the DA was 775. Now I do have a prototype airbox, and that's why we're getting a little bit more power out of the car. But if this was run at a minus 300 DA, it probably would have been close to 11 or even in the 10s. That is all I have for you guys today. We will continue on our hunt for the 10s. I do have to remind myself that going to the track with a number in mind makes it significantly less fun than if you just go to the track and run times that you're hoping to run. 11.0 is very fast, and the fact that I was 0.08 off from running a 10, but I'm like, I wouldn't say disappointed, but like I'm not as happy about this track visit. Like, that is fast. That's the fastest pass and the quickest pass that I've ever run at the drag strip. It's very close to the fastest and quickest pass I've ever run, ever. And that one was legal, so that's pretty cool. Not that the other ones weren't because they were filmed in Mexico, but you know, just something to keep improving on in the future. I'm really excited about this drag slick setup. I want to give a huge shout out again to TSW Alloy Wheels for hooking it up with the TSW Neptunes. They performed flawlessly. Very excited to see what we do in the near future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.